Rock Chucker Supreme press that's matte black. There really isn't much difference between this press and the normal Rock Chucker, except for it's matte black. Let's go ahead and take a look on what's inside. There's the part number right there. So, your normal Rock Chucker Supreme, great press. We'll open it up and take a look. So you've got your normal instructions that you get, your warranty information. These will be for seeing your primers, along with here. So you have a large and small cup, and this probably is going to, the nut is probably going to be for both. And here you have your primer catch that we'll have to put on. And then we're going to open up and see what we got here. Obviously, we're going to press. The goal is we are going to put it on this inline fabrication right here and go about, so we can do quick change. Oh, look at that. Sweet. That thing looks really good black, not going to lie. Lots of lube on that thing. Let's go ahead and move her down right here. And then we've got our handle. All right, as you can see, this is what you're gonna get. You've got your standard ram press here with ambidextrous handles. And so we're gonna go ahead and get it installed on here. Be really easy. This is from Inline Fabrication. We're just gonna put it on there and see what it looks like. Alright, so kind of took us a little bit, but we got the press set up. We've got the handle on. We got an RCBS shell holder in there, and then we've got our ram for priming brass. This takes a normal 7/8 die, but you can always take this out to run the bigger dies if you ever wanted to. That is one nice thing about it. And so we've got some 30-06 brass and some 30-06 dies here, the Matchmaster from RCBS. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get a die installed, and then we'll size some brass and maybe see some bullets too. Okay, so we have basically our die set up, RCBS full length sizing die set up in the Rock Chucker 4 here. Basically, we have an initial setup to where the ram touches it. Now, what I came over first, basically what we'll have to do is we'll have to lube a piece of brass, and then I'll check my headspace. But let's go ahead and lube a piece of brass and see how smooth this press runs. It runs super smooth, as always, as all of RCBS stuff does. So let's go ahead and lube up a piece of brass. All right, we got some sizing wax here. I'm gonna get some on the shoulder, on the neck, and let's go ahead and size a piece of brass. Up in there, nice and smooth, and just like so, piece of brass sized. I am not running with a expander mandrel or ball in there right now. I will run a mandrel in here, and then we'll check that. But first, I gotta check my headspace to make sure that I'm not oversizing my brass. Okay, now we've got our brass chamfered, deburred, and trimmed. We are going to work on priming our brass and seating bullets. So this comes with, like I said, the primer arm. You're going to put a primer in there like that. You're going to grab a piece of prep brass, put it in like so, and there you go. Nice and flush, perfectly done. And you'll move on to the next one. And then you'll be going to throwing powder, and seating bullets will be our next step. Okay, so we got some varget powder for our 30-06 loading here. RCBS funnel, these things are amazing. All right, let's go ahead and put our shell plate in there. Loading up a 168 Maguire Ballistics, Copper Rose. We've already got our RCBS Matchmaster seating die set. We're gonna run it up in there. Feeds like butter. And just like that, we've got an awesome cartridge. 30-06, gotta love it. Primed and everything. And the RCBS Rock Chucker 4, as good as it's always been, and as good as it's always gonna be. So guys, check out Nachis if you're looking for a black version of this. I believe they got some in stock still. Obviously, you can always get the green version, but this is kind of cool. So.